Hi, this is Nancy. In this video I'm going to show you how to import slides into a LeaderGuide Pro LeaderGuide. I happen to be in demo mode at the moment, so you're seeing some extra stuff on my LeaderGuide Pro cover here, but I have a basic LeaderGuide that I've just started. There's nothing in it yet, really, just the first module page and the first lesson page and all the other standard stuff we give you. So from anywhere in your LeaderGuide, you would click on the LeaderGuide Pro Plus tab, and even though cursor placement is normally important when you're using LeaderGuide Pro, when it comes to importing slides, it doesn't matter where you are. You're just going to have the LeaderGuide Pro ribbon up. You're going to click on Special. And then once you click on Special, there's a drop-down menu with a bunch of nice things that you can do. But what you want to do right now is click on Add or Replace under Slide Images. Add or Replace. And once you click on that, a dialog box comes up. And this is, in this white box here, it's picking up the fact that I have a PowerPoint file already open. And that's kind of a nice way to do this. If you know that you're going to be importing slides and you know the ones that you want to use, have the file open already. Sometimes you might have more than one PowerPoint file open and they would all be showing here. So you're going to click on the one that you want and then click Select. And this box is going to light up, and then you're going to have a whole bunch of other choices. If there wasn't anything in this white box because you didn't have a PowerPoint file open, you would click on Browse. That would take you into Windows Explorer. You would navigate to the file that you want and select it that way. Right here, this is important. Once we've identified the file that we're going to work with, we want to say whether we want to bring in slides and notes, or just the slide images, or maybe just the notes that are associated with the slide. I'll bring in slides and notes for this video just to show you what that looks like. And then over here you can control the DPI of the slide images that you bring in, and that has to do with the print quality once you physically print this document on paper. We default to better. We can talk more about DPI in another video. Then this question, are we adding new slides or are we replacing existing? In this case, there's nothing in my LeaderGuide yet, so I'm adding new ones. But if I had slides in here and something had changed and I wanted to replace, I could click Replace instead. Also, are we adding them all or are we adding selectively? All is just that. It'll bring in every slide in your file. Selective, if you click on that, you could come down here and say that you wanted 1 and 6 through 9 and whatever the case may be. I'll just take all to make it easy. And then are we adding for the first time or are we adding behind existing content? In other words, again, if I had been working in this LeaderGuide and I had a few modules in it already and I wanted to then bring slides in, after all of that other stuff, I would say add behind. In this case, I'm adding for the first time. There's also a nice option here about extracting text from a slide. In other words, if my slides have a lot of content on them and I want to be able to work with it in Word, I could click that button. I'll click it so you can see what happened. We'll ignore advanced import for now. We'll just we'll look at that in another video. So I've got my slide file picked. I'm going to bring in slides and notes. I'm going to have a good image quality. I'm adding them for the first time. I'm going to bring them all in, and I'm going to ask LeaderGuide Pro to even give me the text that's on the slides and put it into my Word document so that I can play with it. So I click OK, and a progress bar comes up. Basically the key is hand off mouse. Just take your hand off your mouse, hang out for a minute. This is usually pretty quick. Sometimes it can take a little bit longer if you've got a whole bunch of slides or if your computer has been on forever. But basically it's pretty quick. You're waiting for this message, import operation complete. You just click OK. And now you could use Go To if you want to navigate. Go to Next Projected Image, and that will take you to your first slide in your document. So there we go. There's my slide 1, and that's my first slide in this case from that file that I have. And then this little guy is indicating speaker notes that were associated with the slide, and there was just one word there that said notes. And the next block is going to show me the text that was on the slide. So let's go back and look at the slide for a minute. this particular text, these are images, these are our logos, but these are words that were on the slide, how to install and plus and solo. So LeaderGuide Pro pulled that text, those words, and put it into just a blank block for me. So now I could work with this stuff. I could, cut it out of here, and the page just moved because I just made room on the page. And I could put in, a key points block, for instance, and I could add that stuff to the key points block if I wanted to. But anyway, that, there's my next slide, slide 2. There's the notes that were on the slide. There's the text that was on the slide. Again, I could work with this. It's in an empty block right now, so I wouldn't copy something and put it here. I would instead put in a different kind of block, and then I could, take this content and cut it out of there and put it maybe I want it to be bullet points. I could put it like that instead. So it's nice and easy. It makes it easy to work with stuff that way. So that's all there is to it. You just go to Special, Add or Replace, you pick your slide file, you click Select, you choose what you're bringing in, and how, just slides or slides and notes, and your quality level, and just read these things. They're pretty intuitive, and just click OK and you're good to go. It's that easy. Let us know if you have any questions. We're always happy to help you. You can also use the Help button here on the ribbon. This will take you into the areas of our website where we have written help. So for instance, the slide stuff is under the Special button. So if you come over here, if you click on Special here, this will take you to the section in our on our website where there's help related to all the functionality of the Special button, including dealing with slides and that sort of thing. Thanks for watching.